Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Syafiqah binti Shamsuddin and my metric number is A23AY962. Today I would like to talk about building the fintech digital payment ecosystem. Fintech has grown very rapidly in recent years. However, when fintech grows without proper regulation, it can create weaknesses in the financial system. Without strong ethical controls, easy and fast payment technologies may allow activities such as money laundering and the misuse of unregulated e-commerce platforms. Therefore, the future of fintech should not only focus on technological disruption, but also on accountability in transactions. Payment systems should be designed to ensure that every transaction follows fair and ethical economic principles, such as those emphasized in fiqh al-mu'amalat. This approach can help fintech become not only more innovative, but also safer and more responsible. The keystone of this idea is looking faith and technology together. Modern payment infrastructure should not only focus on digital innovation, but also on strong normative foundation. One important foundation is fiqh al-mu'amalat, which represents centuries of established Sharia economic law guiding fair and ethical transactions. At the same time, digital innovation continues to grow rapidly with millennial-driven technologies and cashless systems transforming society. The key challenge is to create a critical intersection where these ancient legal principles are integrated into modern financial technology. By embedding ethical rules directly into payment system, we can build a more trustworthy, responsible, and unified digital economy. The slide compares traditional fintech and the fintech ecosystem. Traditional fintech focuses on fast transaction, convenience, and increasing volume. It often uses debt-based credit system and algorithm to optimize financial services. In contrast, the fintech ecosystem integrates ethical principles from fiqh al-mu'amalat into digital finance. It emphasizes sales accountability, anti-money laundering, and assets-backed contract, while focusing on trust, security, and reliability. This approach helps create a more ethical and responsible digital financial system. The fintech adoption engine explains how users adopt this system. First, the core is based on the technology acceptance model, where perceived usefulness and easy for use encourage people to adopt mobile commerce. Digital platforms must be as fast and efficient as conventional systems. Second, the system is protected by TSR principle, trust, security, and reliability. These principles ensure that digital transactions follow ethical standards and comply with fiqh al-mu'amalat. In summary, usefulness helps people start using the system, but ethical security and trust are what sustain long-term adoption. This slide explains the connective system of Sharia-compliant digital commerce. First, the QRIS ecosystem helps standardize the payment interface. QRIS payment improve financial management by providing immediate and transparent transaction records. Second, Sharia-compliant e-wallet infrastructure helps support the digital economy. These e-wallets act as safe holding environment where funds are separated from conventional interest-based accounts in line with the principle of fiqh al-mu'amalat. Together, QRIS system and Sharia e-wallets create a closed-loop and secure financial structure that can safely process high-volume halal transactions in the digital economy. This slide explains the concept of the digital wakil. In Islamic law, the concept of wakalah allows a person to delegate authority to an agent. The process starts with a human principal who initiates the intention for transaction. Next, the system applies a Sharia filter, where AI is programmed with ethical rules to evaluate whether the transaction follows the principle of fiqh al-mu'amalat. After that, the AI acts as the agent, analyzing market conditions and executing the transaction automatically. As a result, wallet contracts can be generated digitally, performing the legal role of a human representative. Conventional pay later models give loans without linking them to real assets, which leads to compounding interest or riba and failed Sharia compliance. The fintech approach fixes this by tying financing directly to asset purchases through a murabahah contract, where costs and profit are fully disclosed and payments are clearly deferred. By separating asset acquisition from the payment agreement, this model restores Sharia compliance while protecting consumer. In short, it moved from conventional interest-based financing to a Sharia-compliant, transparent, and safe system. The skyline of an integrated ecosystem is built on ethical foundations and accountability with institutional-grade tracking that prevents involvement in money laundering or illicit activities. It promotes financial inclusion by providing marginalized populations and millennials with faith-aligned access to digital economy. Halal MSME acceleration is achieved by boosting small business income through integrated social commerce and seamless e-payment service. At the same time, behavioral alignment encourages responsible financial management via transparent asset-backed transaction structures. The next institutional opportunity lies not in surface-level fintech apps, but in payment infrastructure, the true frontier. By embedding fiqh muamalah directly into digital code, a payment gateway becomes a universally used superior system. This fiqh-aligned code-base transforms traditional compliance from a regulatory burden into a mathematical engine that ensures trust, security, and global economic resilience. With integrated core infrastructure and a robust security metric, this approach sets a new standard for secure, scalable, and globally resilient financial systems.